Wow, I am not good at keeping secrets, but what I'm about to do is spill the beans. Like my nanny always used to say, if you tell anyone what happened here today, horrible things will happen. This is huge. Guys, is Bitcoin in for one more final drop before we receive the mega bounce? I want to show you multiple reasons on these charts in different time frames and different indicators why that might be the case. Many people are expecting that we might get a little bit of a pullback, but we want to show you exactly where we could get that pullback on these charts, and we want to show you about 3 different things that all line up with one specific price target. There are so many patterns that will be completed if we do get this final drop, and in fact, that's what I'm hoping for as the most optimistic case over the next few weeks. So guys, buckle in, buckle up, grab some juice to put in your cup. Wow, guys, thank you so much for joining me here on this very exciting episode. We have a very specific situation, and we have so many examples and things on the charts that we want to show you in regards to this. As well, guys, we are giving away a ledger in this episode. All you had to do was comment in yesterday's video, so we're going to be picking from yesterday's video. And as well, we have another one of these bad boys left, and we're going to be doing a giveaway for that one as soon. So all you have to do is leave a comment below, and if you're new, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and ding that bell. And as well, guys, thanks everyone so much for purchasing the course, okay? We're going to be adding a bunch of new content actually at the end of the week this week. And in fact, because it is still so new, we're still giving 50% off with the code GOOGERT. That is right, GOOGERT with 2 O's. So without any further ado, let's jump into the charts. Guys, you see on the weekly chart, this is crucial, okay? So you see us again battling this line. We talked about this in yesterday's update, and we talked about this crucial move. We talked about the last time that this lined up with this moving average right here, the 21-week moving average. Right here, we did get a massive pump. However, currently we're battling that, and that still is a possibility, but we also have to look to something else very interesting forming on this chart, because there is quite a pattern that we've been following for a while, and it's starting to look more and more like it might be coming to fruition. So on this chart, first of all, you can see here on the weekly, what I want to do here is actually on the weekly remove these wicks. Okay, so on the weekly, we remove these short time frames that Bitcoin went, for example, up to the 14,000 in the summer of 2019, and as well back at the end of 2019 when it dipped down to that 6K level. So we're doing this Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, but only of the candle bodies. And currently here you see this is actually the 0.618, the golden pocket, currently where we're sitting. Okay, this has been a crucial zone for a million reasons. This is really important. Now we do have to realize if we would get pushed back from this over the coming weeks, because there's more and more talk and there's more and more likelihood that this could potentially be something playing out, and we have some other charts we can show this on as well, but a pullback to this very specific area would be crucial, and it would be on this weekly chart, it might even be just a little wick like you see here. In fact, that would be the preferred pullback because again, guys, we expect massive volume and a massive bounce if we would get down to this level. And we have so many reasons to show you why that might happen. Actually, if we switch to this chart here, you can see if we did that on this chart, this would be the same exact area right here, about the 7.8, 7.7, even the 7.9 right here. Now this right here, if this had a bounce, that would complete many things, but let's start off here. Sorry, I drew it right here. This would be the 7.8, 7.7 right here, okay? We've been talking about this for a few weeks, this crucial line on this incredibly important 5-year plus market structure line right here. Again, we have this red here because if this touched, it would need to be a wick. It would need to be very fast. So we would have to have a lot of pressure in the market to push us up. One thing you notice is the most amount of volume here on the VPVR is this right here. It's actually right at the 7.9, so right in that area. So we expect massive support. If you look on this entire, okay, what I'm circling right now, you can see by far this is the highest amount of volume. Okay, this is a pretty substantial amount right here, and you see we're actually currently holding there for quite a few days, about a week now. Similarly, when we had that area down here when we were forming the inverse head and shoulders around that $7,000 level, we had a significant amount of support right here on the VPVR. Now, keep something in mind. On this daily chart, if we switch to the weekly, it looks a little bit different, and I can actually just show you that here really quick so we can eliminate some of those, the candle wicks, okay? So looking on these bodies, it really didn't go below 7,000 on the bodies here. Basically, what I'm trying to show you there is that even though we technically went down to like the 6,500 level, we mainly found a lot of support right in this main area here. This is where we spent most of our time trading, which is also obviously where all of the volume is, because I mean, if you trade there more, that's where more of the volume on the VPVR will show up. So really important there. But again, this is the key thing. If we get a pullback here, this would be beautiful market structure, because right now, technically, on many charts, we actually did set a higher high right here. This was the first one, and we set this one here. So that's a good first step. Now, that was very important there. It took about a month and a half, a little more than that. Now, a pullback and a massive bounce here. Okay, if I want to say this as well. If we get that pullback, if we get that, I don't think it's going to be like a prolonged 4-day period where we're like trading down here or something. You know, I think we might trade sideways here for a little bit or just break down here to maybe like 8.2, 8.08K right there and just sit for a little. And then if the momentum still wants to push us down, maybe a very strong wick and a very strong bounce. So basically, if I drew it something maybe like this, and then like a very quick thing like that. That's what we definitely expect, guys. So we have that there. Key market structure line has to bounce right there to be very bullish. Again, massive amount of volume right here on the VPVR. And as well, this is huge. This actually lines up perfectly, which will be completing, even though this is kind of an ugly pattern. We've talked about this, the inverse head and shoulders here on the daily chart as well. You can see it here. I have it drawn there already. So currently we're right here, and to actually complete this, we would need to come down a little bit more, that 7.7, maybe even all the way down wicking to that 7.5K area. Okay, that could be absolutely massive. Now again, we had this box drawn in here. It's about between like the 9.2 and the 8.2, which is like a key area. We spent a lot of time trading in there. It's very important. It's where these moving averages are kind of meeting up as well. But, and again, you see we've actually found some decent trading volume in there. We've just been trading there for a while. Now again, if we do come out of this, I expect if we break 8.2, I think we might be trading at 8.2. If we get a move down, 8.2 would be trading at probably for a long time. But if we did get a break, again, below the 8.2, I don't think we're going to spend a lot of time below the 8.2. Again, even on this left shoulder here, you see there's most of the trading was done right around here, actually between the 8,000 and the 8.2 level right here. We did have some moves down. You can see this one here and a few of these wicks even on the daily. But again, it did not spend a lot of time going down there. So again, if we get a pullback here, and we might see this over the next week, within this week, actually, this could happen very soon. In fact, probably the earliest that we could see maybe touching the bottom of this, the 7.6, maybe 7.7, is maybe by like March 8th. So maybe only 4 days away. And again, when we do see that, if we would see something like that, the 7.7, 7.6, again, we expect a massive bounce there pretty much immediately within a day or two. Just immediately getting back up there, bouncing. Honestly, in fact, it could happen within the same hour, a few hours that we actually move down to this level and then get a continued move up. Okay, guys, a very sharp move up, actually similar to the one we actually saw back on October 26th of 2019. Okay, this one actually bounced insanely quick when we were at that 7.4, 7.5 level. So we could see another really quick bounce like that. Another really quick bounce like that, and if we did, it would bring us right up to this level here, the 10.2, 10.3. And guys, if we break this is absolutely mega bullish, insanely bullish mode, okay? Again, we would break this high, we would break this trend, and if we look at this trend, again, guys, this is so important. This trend actually goes back all the way to the highs of $20,000 at the end of 2017. This has been like a descending channel of resistance here. So again, if we break this, we would probably come back to test it, maybe testing 10K one final time, and then that could be blast off. So that's a scenario I'm really looking forward to and really waiting for there. But again, for that scenario to play out, we need more downside. Again, I do think it would play out quickly. We've been getting some prolonged downside over the past few weeks, and I think for this to completely complete and for the trend to shift again, this was the first trend of this breakout. This is the second trend, and for the third one to really shift, I think we might have to see something like that. And as well, guys, before we finish it off, we can actually do the giveaway here because I know a lot of you guys want to do that, so I'll copy this here. Okay, so we paste this comment in here, get YouTube comments. Let's see, 295 guys, absolutely so many. Well, look at all these beautiful cars, beautiful car ads. Let's see who the winner is, guys. Thomas Landry, every day is crucial in Bitcoin. Brother, you could not be more right. Wow. I sincerely hope you're in the USA because these fees of shipping back out of the USA are quite expensive. Brother, please don't kill me with those shipping fees. Let's do this. So yeah, congrats Thomas Landry. You guys make sure to comment because we're giving another one away soon. I got to order some more so we can send some more of those out. And as well, to continue the analysis, I want to look at the DJI. Okay, that actually is having a little bit of a continued bounce here. I think a lot of the fears going on in the news are for right now getting a little more subdued. And again, we're still below this 200 SMA, which is very not good. But again, Bitcoin is holding completely strong for what we've seen so far. And again, a move back down here would be absolutely critical. I think that's so important here. One thing I want to point out actually on the 4-hour chart, breaking out of this wedge, we've been talking about this for a few days, guys. Break out of this. We've been just consolidating and squeezing in between this 50-hour moving average and the 21 right here. You guys, it's just been bouncing off here. Let's actually chart all the points of contact basically. Here, 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 here. Now it's currently still in the middle. So by the time this video gets uploaded, we actually might have broken out of this because this is happening really fast. And this could actually, we could get a short-term pump, but again, I would prefer if we got more of a continued downside because we do have some targets that we want to hit. And guys, most importantly, this is huge in my opinion. Gaps, whether you like gaps or not, this is something that would just line up perfectly regardless. We still have this gap down here right about the 77, 76. So if we did get that move to complete, and we talk about exactly what we went down to, okay, on this chart, touching here, if we did get a bounce here, guys, not only that, this chart would fill right here, this gap would fill, and I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that we, in fact, would get a very strong bounce if we came down to the 7.6K level. absolutely huge. I definitely think that would be a beautiful thing to see. Wow, that would just be awesome. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Again, thanks to everyone so much for purchasing the course. Again, 50% off with the code GUGERT. Guys, this is huge, and I cannot wait to upload more content coming later this week. Absolutely awesome stuff. I'll see you in the next one.